When I started primary school, I didn't go to a normal school. No, I went to home school, which is just regular school, but in pajamas. My teacher was my mom. Her name was Mrs. Mum. She had 3 rules. No running in the house, no eating during lessons, and absolutely no calling her bird during maths. I broke all 3 before 9:15 a.m. Our classroom was the kitchen table. If I didn't understand something, I couldn't just pretend to look busy like other kids. Because Mrs. Mum could see my face from every angle. "Are you confused?" she'd ask. "No," I'd say confidently. "You're holding your pencil backwards." Oh, at normal schools, P is running and sports and teamwork. At my home school, P was just go outside and burn off whatever that was. One time I invented a game called Extreme Leaf Karate. It's where you fight leaves. I lost. The wind cheated. Assembly was very intense. Instead of a big hall with hundreds of kids, it was just my mom standing dramatically in the hallway yelling, "Announcement! Whoever left socks on the stairs will face consequences." It was me. It was always me. Science class got dangerous fast. One day we made a volcano with baking soda and vinegar. The volcano exploded. So did the kitchen. Mrs. Mum stared at the mess and said, "This is why we can't have nice things." I said, "It's for education." She said, "Education can clean it up." Lunch was the best and worst part of the day. The best because snacks were 5 steps away. The worst because the lunch lady was also my mom. So when I said, "Excuse me, this restaurant has terrible service," she said, "This restaurant says make your own sandwich." I suddenly respected the chef. The weirdest part of homeschool was parent-teacher meetings. Because it was just my mom talking to herself. "I think he's very bright," she'd say. "Yes, but he talks too much," she'd reply. I was sitting right there, eating cereal, being discussed like a wildlife documentary. At the end of primary school, we had a graduation ceremony in the living room. I wore a paper hat made from old homework. Mrs. Mum clapped very loudly. The dog barked like he was proud. I gave a speech and said, "I'd like to thank my teacher for not expelling me." She said, "I tried." And honestly, homeschool was kind of awesome. No bullies, no school bus, and if you forgot your homework, it was still at home. Because you were at home, which was the school, which was also where the snacks are. 10 out of 10 would enroll again.